Hey guys, it's Jason with Stealthy SK, and today I'm going to be bringing you a challenge 40 out of 40 guide. For most of these challenges, they're pretty straightforward, so I'll be speeding through them, but some of them are a little bit confusing, so I'll go over a few methods for each. For beginner basics, you'll be getting this through the axe. You just equip the blue level flask, which is like any of these. Obviously have all your slots filled in, identify a rare item, and then defeat an act boss. For this next achievement, I'll have footage of it later on, but when you're leveling up and going to the axe, you'll get these things that are called silver coins, which are like these. You'll right click it, which will open a portal to the halls of the dead, and then from there you'll complete all the achievements from there. But like I said, I'll have footage of it so you can get an idea of what these mean a little bit later. For this next achievement, you'll just start by going to Nessa, buying a carved wand, going to sell, and sell the carved wand with either a chain belt or a rustic stash that's blue or above, as long with a blacksmith whetstone, which will make this, which will get you the peddler's produce. To make a magic utility flask, it's just going to be an orb of fusing with the life flask and a greater mana flask to get you a hybrid flask. And then for the last one, you just take any amulet with a blue, red, and green gem to get an onyx amulet. Act adversaries will be you killing the main bosses through the axe, so we'll just skip over that one. Deadly deeds is also self-explanatory. You just open a strongbox, an abyss, which is the little green symbol on the map, a smuggler's cache, and complete an expedition. Just like that, should be finished. Now you go back to town and talk to Turkley and you're done. This next achievement is going to be located in Act 2. You're going to go to the Felshire Ruins and then the Crypt. From there, you're going to just find the Golden Hand and you're going to be done. So just travel around until you find it. And just like that, I found the altar and the Golden Hand and I'm done. All I just got to do is talk to Yina and we'll be good. For the next quest, it's going to be Fallen from Grace. You're just going to go down to the Twilight Strand in Act 6 and clear this entire area. You'll need to do this anyways to get Lily to go to your hideout so you can get all the gems. So you'll probably be completing this on the way through the axe. I forgot to record the actual kill, but you'll find this big guy running around called Boulderback. It'll put up a message on the bottom of your screen. You'll kill him and pick up the Calendar of the Fortune, and that's how you do that quest. This will be in Act 9. In the foothills. For this next quest is going to be located in Act 10. You used to talk to Whalem and get the Elixir of Allure quest, which is the No Love for Old Ghost quest. You're just going to travel to the ossuary, which I don't have the waypoint for, so I just went to the Ravaged Square and just went right through the door. Once you traveled around and found the sealed chest, you're just going to click it and then go back to town. And that is the last of that achievement. Now, out of all the quests, this is your first decently long one. You can either do it one way or the other. The fastest way to do it is technically to go to the trade site and buy one of these memories, which gives you guaranteed crystals and ends up giving you all the stuff you need. But I actually recommend doing it a different way. I'll go and give a quick explanation on why I think the other way is better. Since there's 40 achievements, there's usually achievements for almost every league mechanic, like Legion mechanic, Delirium, Sacred Grove, all that kind of stuff. So say you're going for that Essence achievement, you click on one of the Essences, you grab all these, and then you grab Stream of Consciousness. Now what this does is gives you a 50% more chance to get any extra content, which can be anything you don't have blocked off. So while you're doing these essences, you're also getting other achievements done, and you're making money from the maps. So I definitely recommend doing this way over the other, but if you have the money, I mean, you go for it. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to find one of these imprisoned enemies, double click it and kill it. This one was pre-corrupted, so unfortunately you can't get deafening essences, but you get these things called Remnants of Corruptions, which you'll need for the rest of the quest. Okay, now that I've found one of the imprisoned enemies without it being corrupted, I can right click my Remnant of Corruption and click on it, and there you go, now it has deafening essences. And these will give you both the corruption one and the deafening one at the same time. Now, if I was you, I would definitely wait till I find at least 2 or 3 shriekings to have a higher chance of upgrading to deafening, because it's not guaranteed. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. Now just go ahead and kill it, and then you're done. Move on to the next one.
I'm not up to that yet.
For this next quest for Divine Domination, you're going to want to spec into all the nodes for each one of these. So first you start by getting all the shrines. For this achievement, I just type shrine at the top, find all the glowing nodes, grab all those. This will give you increased duration as well as extra chance to get shrines, and then you go and do all the objectives for the achievement. So for the 6 essences, I run around until I find one with 6 essences, and then I go and find a shrine, click on the shrine, and then do the essences. Keep in mind you have a limited time, but these do increase it. This one can be a little bit confusing if you don't know what you're doing, but I'll be leaving a written guide down to describe exactly the best ways to do this. For the Breach Lord, things like the goal give you a chance to get a lesser shrine when you kill an enemy. So you'll just kill any enemy and then go do any of those achievements rather than having to find a shrine. And stuff like that can help. For this achievement, I recommend buying some of these. They're super cheap. They give you a really big chance of getting the big hands as well as breaches. You'll get this done really quickly. And when it says breach stones, it means these type of breach stones, so like tools, esches, and stuff like that. And a flawless breach stone is just when you combine a blessing plus a breach stone, or you can just look up flawless breach stone and buy it that way. And that's that achievement. I haven't made a proper build to kill bosses, but I will go ahead and give it a shot on this guy. He's Maven Witness, it's going to be a little bit harder.
A mote of my might.
Kind of don't remember how to play this, but
Mortal flesh is so fallible.
one death, it'll be fine.
Twin terrors. A mote of my might.
These crystals are blocking me in.
A riveting battle.
Yep, got Retold, the main witnessed by the Maven. That should give me my 3 achievements for this. So I just need to do one more and I'm finished with this.
More.
That's the end of the achievement. Killed him, got that done. For the Warhordes, you're just gonna get anything above Polished Legion Scarabs and run it with maps and open the big boxes, and that'll be that achievement. So stuff like this achievement, I got all from running just the other ones with Stream of Consciousness on. That's why I said to run the essences and stuff just alone rather than paying for it. But if you're impatient, you can put on these Delirium nodes, which makes it super fast. And then you just complete simulacrums, which you can either get carried or you can go and do it yourself if you're strong enough. This is another really easy achievement that I got while running the other ones with Stream of Consciousness. You're just going to reroll favors for rituals, complete rituals, and then buy blood-filled vessels and put it in the map device with your map. So there'll be a blood-filled vessel and the map. This is another new League mechanic thing. I will be going over this at the end of the video. For Achieve Ascension, it's just a labyrinth. You just go over and get all your Aspirants Plaza's stuff done, which you'll do through the axe, and then get all the way down to Uber, which you'll need to do for your character anyways. For this achievement, you just go to Lily and turn in any of these stacks. They just have to be max on whatever number it is. So 3 would be one of these. It would get you the one done. Same thing for 5, 7, 9, 12. For the 9 to 10, I would recommend getting Life Sprigs, 1C each. Here's a quick look at all the ones you can buy. For the 11 or 12, I recommend you get the Harvester. It's going to be a little bit pricey, 33C probably to get a stack. But yeah, that'll be the end of the achievement. Now here for the second crafting achievement, we're going to go over all the crafts you need. For the first craft, you're going to grab an Amethyst Flask, an Augmentation, and a regular Chaos Ring. And it's going to make it double Chaos. For the second craft, you're going to buy a Famined. You're going to get an Orb of Fusing, and then a Feast Bind. These are all very cheap items. Now this one can get a little bit expensive, probably like 15C total. But you get any set of influence items. So I did Elder. They all have to be the same set, and you have to have a full set of armor to do this to get Exalted Shards. And that'll be how you do this achievement. Now this one should be obvious. You just use all the currency items on a piece of gear. Obviously when you get to Divine Orbs, it can be a little bit expensive, but that's how you do that achievement. Now this one could be a little bit confusing for someone, but it's pretty simple if you look up how to use them. Say for Omen of Death Dancing, what you'll do is when you're inside the new League mechanic, it'll be consumed when you reach 25% alive, and it grants you 75% chance to avoid. It'll automatically use it as long as it's in your inventory, and you need to get at least 18 of these. For the tattoos, those go on your tree. You just replace any of these with tattoos, and that'll be how you do this achievement. To give a quick example of how these tattoos work, is the red ones go for strength, int, and dex. So we'll find a strength node I have allocated. Let's see, that's not strength right here. You go ahead and right click it, put it on. I'm going to do this for all these, the ones I don't have. These are all giving me the achievement. Since I'm done strength nodes, I can now scour it off back to where it normally is. And then do the same thing for int nodes. Scour that off, and then one dex node. And then these omens all do different things. So when I consume and reach 25% of life, it'll refill all flasks, stuff like that. And that'll be finished for this. Now I'm going to try to give an example of the omens.
My mana is gone.
Let's go and let some of these kill me. And right there, I just completed one of the omens. And you just do whatever it says, and you'll get them done. One more thing about the omens is you can only do one per map. Just keep that in mind. Alright, so I'm about to finish the achievement, so I'm going to go ahead and show that off real quick. All I got to do is get down at 25 HP, 25%, and I'm done. And that's that achievement. Automatically uses it. Now for Remarkable Realms, you just go and do all the unique maps. The two expensive ones are going to be Doriani's and Winter's, and maybe Cowards, but you can get that from Kirok missions, just by resetting them over and over again. Just make sure you're checking your yellows and your whites. So for Sanctimonious, Sanctums are a little bit different than they were in the League. You gotta talk to the Divina in town, and then you come here and you put in your book, and you do whatever the achievement says. So all these, the only weird part is a curse pack. It's kind of hard to understand, so I'll put some footage in to show you what that looks like. So here are all the curse packs you can get. They all have the star symbol. Just make sure you're reading what they do, because there are some that deceive you and don't actually give what they say they give. Here's an example of one that I got. Just get their curse pack. I see the star symbol. I read to make sure it's the right one, because stuff like this is not one of them, but this one is. So I grabbed this one, and that will be the end of that part of the achievement. Alright, here I was just going over to make sure it was the right one. So this achievement, you're just going to be looking for luck. For the Corrupted Implicit modifier, I'm just going to try to go over these jewels. I got it first try. It just gave me cannot be maimed. So that's finished. For level 21 or 23% quality gem, it has to be either 20 quality or 20 levels. So I got a couple of them here. So we'll see if we can hit one of them. I got that right there. It's 21. That one's finished. Val Temple map, it just sometimes turns into a Val Temple when you corrupt maps. Let me go ahead and grab more for that. We're going to try some more maps. There we go, got a Val Temple. I'm going to try to get some white sockets. Okay, well, that was fast. And got that one done. With the jewels, there are specific ones that can turn into stuff like this. And that'll finish your achievement. A whole 1.9 chaos. Cross-contamination is pretty self-explanatory. It just says what you want it to do. In the written guide, it goes over the best ways to do this, so you can go ahead and look at that to make sure you're doing it the most efficient way. This is another one of the new mechanics. I finished all of it, I've done quite a bit of them, but I'll go over again at the end of the video about how to do all of them at the same time. For the Maestro Mastery, I recommend doing the Ol, the Val, and the Bestiary. You can do Syndicate if you want. Not sure how much that takes, but I do recommend you read the guide to get all the best ways to do these, because they can be a little bit confusing, but I'm not going to go over it in this video. It has all the information you need on the guide. So for Review Revenge, this is super easy. I recommend the 3 maps I did because they're the easiest. You just want to be able to kill the bosses very quickly so they can't hit you with their certain skills. I did Carcass Map, Sunken City, and Reef. You just go to the end, kill the boss without getting hit by X skill, and you're done with that. So for engaging echoes, you just gotta do any of these memories with 100% item quantity. This is a list of them. In the written guide, you'll be able to click on them and go straight to the trade link to buy them. This is another one for the new mechanics, so I'll go over it at the end. So for this one, you'll end up getting it done while you're doing everything else. Just make sure you have altars active, as many as you can, and click on every single altar. I did that all through just farming maps. I haven't even specific farmed this. So this is just all these maps with the very specific modifiers. They all have to be tier 16. If they have 5 Delirium Warps, that's 100% Delirium. 4 Sextants, 4 Gilded or Greater Scarabs, and at least 100% item quality by being witnessed by the Maven. So if you need help, just go and ask in chat. I'm sure someone will help you. Now for this one, it's just all the invitations with 80% quantity. You can just scour and then alchem until you get 80% with something you think you can do. For Favoured Fantasies, that just means you unlock all the favored map slots. If you scroll over, it tells you what you need to do. I haven't made a boss character and I haven't went for this achievement, so I haven't killed Cirrus, but I'll get around to that and that'll be the end of this achievement. Just make sure you go get all of them. This is another new mechanic. We'll go over that. For this achievement, you can go and do any of these you want. You only have to get 4 of them. I recommend looking through the written guide and seeing which one's the easiest for you. These are all pretty easy to get to. I did the Abyss Lich with the Abyss nodes in like maybe 4 maps. So it should be pretty easy to find most of these guys. For this achievement, you just gotta kill 5 of the bosses with specific ways. You could just read them. Just do the 5 that are easiest for your build. Again, the higher damage you have, the easier this would be. And then for the last achievement is going to be the grind achievement, which is reach level 100. You'll only have to do 4 of these. Side areas, Val side areas, the endgame labyrinth, red tier maps, 8 modifiers. If you're going for 40 out of 40, you have to do this. But if you're only going for 38 out of 40, I recommend you completely skip this. This will take you a lot longer than most of the other achievements. Now that we've finished all the basic achievements, we're going to go over the new mechanic achievements. So like I said, you're going to open it with a silver coin. You're going to go to Halls of Dead. And then you're going to go into the well. Once there, this is how you start it. You're going to go to the very end. Click on the eye. I recommend going for the ones with the tattoos because you'll need this for one achievement. And then also look at how many of these items you get, because the higher they are, the more you can buy. Now when it says warrior, all these are considered warriors, so you can put these on any slots, and that would be considered 3 warriors. So for the achievements that say finish all the warrior, like fill up all the slots of warriors, that's what you would do. And then let me complete this real quick and show you what the other ones are called. Now, when it says warrior, all these are considered warriors. So you can put these on any slots, and that would be considered 3 warriors. So for the achievements that say finish all the warrior, like fill up all the slots of warriors, that's what you would do. And then let me complete this real quick and show you what the other ones are called. Now that we've finished all the basic achievements, we're going to go over the new mechanic achievements. So like I said, you're going to open it with a silver coin, you're going to go to Halls of Dead, and then you're going to go into the well. Once there, this is how you start it. You're going to go to the very end, click on the eye. I recommend going for the ones with the tattoos because you'll need this for one achievement. And then also look at how many of these items you get, because the higher they are, the more you can buy.